I used to swim rough water swims, and the one rough water swim I remember, La Jolla rough water swim was the biggest. The second biggest was Huntington Beach, and that actually, in a way, was more competitive because you had the whole Los Angeles area with the lifeguards that were also, in those days, swimmers. And so I went to the first one I went to, there was like 3 or 4 of us leading the race, and right when we got to the surf, this guy catches a wave and goes by us. And then I ended up going to college, and I wanted to live in an apartment. I didn't want to live in a dormitory or a fraternity house or something. I'm what they call asocial. And so, which is ironic to own a bar for almost 20 years and be asocial, but you know, what can you do? So anyway, the coach hooked me up with another swimmer that wanted to live in an apartment that was coming out of junior college. He was a national junior college champion, and his name was Casey Coleman. And we hit it off real good because the first day he called me Knucklehead, which my dad used to call me. So there was a little bit of what you might call sibling rivalry. And we were talking, and all of a sudden I find out he's the guy that caught the wave and beat us. And all year, the entire year, every time something came up, I'd hear, "I remember the day I took care of you." And it just ate on me. So the next year at the Huntington Beach rough water swim, the coach, we were doing 2-a-day workouts at the LA Coliseum. And he let me go down to do the race. So I went down, and I'm really tired because we've been doing 10, 12,000 meters a day every day through the summer, and I didn't get any rest or anything. And I start out in the Huntington Beach rough water swim, and I'm probably in about 15th place. And I breathe on this side, and Casey breathes on this side. All of a sudden, I see Casey. Our faces are just right next to each other. And first thing I thought of is, all I want to do is get second to the last. And Casey's going to get last. And we're racing like crazy. And then he sees it's me, and basically we block out the whole rest of the race. And I remember when we went through everybody, and we got to the end of the pier, the 2 guys, there was a couple guys came down from Stanford. We just went right through them, and all we were thinking about is beating each other. And we get to I get about a half a body length, and we get to the surf line, and I think I am just going to go flat out, and he immediately says he's going to catch a wave. And I remember I was sitting on the beach watching the rest of them finish. We were that far ahead, and it was basically that sibling rivalry. But what I used to do because of that is train through the surf and into the surf. And the thing with coming in through the surf, if you're a surfer, you go out and you see where it's breaking. And you have parameters. When you're coming in from the open water, you got to figure out, like, maybe there's a pier with a bait house, so you know it's breaking there or whatever. But there's techniques, and one of them is you look through your armpit, and you can see, and then you can feel the swell when it's, because you don't want to stop and wait for a wave. So one day I went down to Crystal Pier, and I thought, I'm just going to do a surf workout. So I would swim as fast as I could out. The first catchable wave without stopping, I'd turn around and catch a wave. Surf it all the way till I hit and then just run and swim and go out as fast as I could. And just do that till I dropped. And when I got done, I was kind of meandering up the beach because I was pretty tired, and there was a little man sitting in the sand with a suit and tie and a nice hat, perfectly dressed, and he goes, "You are a champion!" And it's funny with sports, those things, you know, beating your roommate and a little old man saying a champion is much more important to guys like me that's the consummate amateur than winning money or something like that. And sometimes I see that people have lost sight of that, that the main thing is the fun element. And to this day, I tell Casey, I took care of you in that race. So anyway, that's my sportsmanship lesson. And I'll actually go in a little further on that. This thing on the drugs, these people that take drugs and do sports have lost all sight of why they're doing it. And the money and all that stuff, like someone said somewhere, I don't know where it was, the root of all evil is money. And, you know, they cheat themselves. There's races that I know I was in where maybe I was beaten by somebody that was illegal. Well, both of us never know how it would have really turned out. And that instance about the little old man saying, "You are a champion," I never forget that. That's probably been 35 years ago, and man, that was the biggest compliment I've ever gotten. So anyway, take it for what it's worth.